Right, it's finished here. Dorking Wanderers have won 3-2 against Eastbourne, and we're through from the second round into the third of the FA Trophy. Mark, your thoughts on that entertaining game this afternoon?
Yeah, look, I thought it was, I'm going to sort of use the word professional. I'm not sure I'd make the same changes again as I did second half.
Okay.
What you saw second half was just, like we are in a position where it's every man for himself at the moment. We have no changes. I mean, in terms of we have the boys that came on, the two Dans, are brilliant players. They're league above players. They've played about 30 minutes between them this season. Listen, it was pretty textbook. I thought we looked really dangerous first half. We got scored at a great time, then scored another goal just after the break.
Yep.
And to be fair, in exactly the scenarios we planned for, McShane playing in the 10, and then we took the decision. I thought their press was probably amongst the best we've seen this year.
Yep.
We took the decision to go direct, cup game, 2-goal advantage. Not sure. Look, we're not a team that can play without the ball. As you could see, we were kicking the ball into their +1, and we gave them the ascendancy. But all of that was strategical, all of it. But for the second goal, you're happy with the way you sat in and won the game. But with them scoring a second goal, it weren't overly impressive in the end. So I'd say a bit of a sort of a second half where we've just tried to get the result.
Yeah.
We planned it that way. Should we have just kept playing out, using our extra man? Probably. But we chose not to, and therefore it weren't an amazing spectacle second half. But don't be duped. We've done the damage. We've done the damage in the right moments in the game, and we sat in for the win.
You must be pleased, obviously, with the what's happened in the week, and obviously with the injuries to Alfie, and then Jose not being able to go on the bench this afternoon as well. That we still got lots of goals in this side, haven't we? And still scored 3 goals this afternoon, and could have had perhaps a couple more as well.
I'll make it really clear, we are in an absolutely abysmal position for players. Jose's wasn't right in the warm-up, so he's nowhere near ready. We know Alfie's out long-term. Charlie, can't find our feet with Charlie. The boys have had no break that have played. We're in a dismal position because the boys that have been missing as well have missed so many games, they're not fit.
Yeah.
We're in a position we can only take one game at a time, to be quite frank. But you're right. I mean, look, we scored 3 goals. Our form at Meadowbank been phenomenal. A word for Tommy's Eastbourne. Obviously Tommy Widrington's only going to make this Eastbourne team great. I thought they were very athletic, very fit. Let's not forget they're a full-time professional outfit, and they showed it. But we just decided, rightly or wrongly, you can tell, can't you? I'm torn on it. We could have just kept using our extra man to play out. Probably should have done. But I thought we would win a lot of duels on their back line.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what, we were going to play out the whole second half.
Yeah.
But when we got the 3rd goal, I thought, you know what, do we want to play out on this pitch, get caught? Nah. Let's make it a bit more territory-based, my mate Big Sam would say. But then we kicked into their +1 and we was a bit out of kilter with it, really. But that's where we are, mate.
Yep.
The despondency is I like putting on good performances for the fans.
Yeah.
But equally, I like winning for the fans. And this is the competition that's been tremendous to us.
Yep.
And we wanted to be in the draw. The club want to be in the draw. We've now got a game in December, hopefully another home game. And we can look forward to that. But the name of the game for Dorking Wanderers right now is fielding a team. We need players. We're possibly going to need to bring in players if we can. We're possibly going to need to bring in players because we don't have any. We've got a little friendly Tuesday against Wimbledon, 10:30. It's going to be only for the 2 Dans. Probably that's it, and some of the good youngsters as well. If anyone season ticket holders want to pop down, they can watch that game. But that's where we are. My mind is right. We need bodies desperately. So that's where I am. But I'm definitely far happier in the morning than I am right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah. On those subs, where did people play when that happened? Because it looked like Josh Taylor was playing up front, and people were just in funny positions. And one thing, I don't know whether you noticed this, and hopefully won't be received in the wrong way, but Luke Moore took the captain's armband and ran around with it in his hand for about 5 minutes as well, in a clenched fist, not knowing what to do with it.
The point is, his arms are so skinny it doesn't fit. Yeah, no. Do you know what we sort of wanted to go to a bit of a box. I felt like because we were going direct, the game was missing Mackerel, and we weren't winning any second ball. So the idea was right. Let's just put DG. DG is famous for just sitting in front of a defence, organising and winning all the half battles. It was the kind of perfect player for a perfect scenario for an absolutely fully fit. How many games we won down here against great opposition? Stan G goes on, but then of course when Dan G goes on, you sort of forget he's not kicked the ball. He's done 2 air shots. We're all laughing about it in there, but that's where we are. So Dan G's gone on, and then we've sort of sat Pybus and Moro in front of him in a 2, and then Josh just to do that hunting the ball back. It was as much wrong as it was right. You know, it wasn't really the challenge. We were giving them the ball. We probably, in hindsight, we probably just need to do like-for-like changes, keep our shape and keep the ball.
That's difficult because of the personnel at the moment, isn't it? Really, you don't really have many like-for-likes.
No,
at the moment,
none.
In terms of replacements.
No. Listen, my changes today, I don't think they were vintage. I'm not going to lie. But I would remind people I do make some crackers. Best ever being Hastings, semi-final, playoff semi. Triple change, 10 minutes to go. Won us a game. Listen, I'm not so sure them changes were vintage. I think I'll probably do it differently. I also think I'll probably keep the ball. But when you win the game, if we'd have won it 3-1 and they hadn't scored, we'd have said, you know what? Marc done the right thing.
Soon after, wasn't it? That second one.
But we probably underestimated their athleticism and we're not a team that can't have the ball. We're not used to it, and we're not a team that wants to run without the ball. We're a team that wants to run with the ball. So, but listen, it's all about the result. So, but I always want the fans to go home happy. And we're in the draw. We're in the draw. Okay, they can get on their forum tonight and say them changes. You know, I don't want to get on there when the good ones happen. That's all that matters. But pleasure to play Eastbourne. Obviously, nice to get the win. And I must admit, I think Tommy's only going to take this Eastbourne team forward. But you know, I'll just say one thing again: we are bitterly short of players. We are so short of players. I can't even tell you. I always say it can only lose so many players, and we're at that point where, you know, we've got no strikers that run behind. You know, we've got no 8 changes at all. So we're in a position where we're going to have to grind out the next few weeks. I think we've only got Maidstone, haven't we? There's no midweek game.
Next weekend,
So it's one game in 2 weeks.
And then the week after, so
so there's a chance. We've just got to, you know what I mean? That's where we are, mate. But as long as the fans stay behind us, that's just where we are at the moment.
And the draw will be Monday. Any preferences? A few National League South sides have gone out this afternoon. Our friends up the road, Leatherhead, are in the draw. They'll be in that draw on Monday, and I think Horsham as well, perhaps. 2
preferences. One is home tie. The second one is shake the bag. Shake the bag. Let's not have that famous year. Number 1 will play. Number 2. Number 3 will play. Number 4. Number 5 will play. Honestly, the first 12 were all the same numbers. And, let's hope they shake the bag. It's a great competition. We're a small club. You know, but when people play us, they say, blimey, it don't get tougher than Dorking, right? We've earned so much respect, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of what the team's achieved over the years, the football we play, the goals we score, are vintage. So, you know, we're looking forward to this competition. And the point I was making is we're a small team, right? You know, can you imagine getting to the semi-final of this competition and taking Dorking to Wembley? You know, to us, these things mean everything because we've got so much more we can still achieve, you know?
Okay, thanks, Marc. As always, have a good week, and we'll see you back here next Saturday for the Maidstone game.
The Maidstone, Maid and Stone. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.